Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my live streams. This is the Ready, Set, Go preview show. This is a show that I do every single Sunday night for 96 weeks. We are on our way to 100 shows. And I will tell you that this is a show that I absolutely enjoy doing every single week. Because during this show, what we do is we talk about some news and current events, things that are top of mind for me and may also be top of mind for you. We have a fantastic time just chatting with one another. And then we also give away a really cool slab thanks to our friends over at Go Collect. One of the other things that I do, part of the reason why this is called the preview show is because I give you a preview of some of the content that is going to be coming out from my channel over the course of this week. And I have a feeling that I am going to put out less content this coming week than I did this last week. It was like the Super Bowl. If you are a content creator, this was our Super Bowl. The Disney Investor Day had my mind just swirling as I was sitting here watching the broadcast and trying to record it and thinking about what I was going to do as a result of it. It was fantastic. I don't know if I've released this many videos in 1 week, like ever. But I will also tell you that it was some of the highest viewing of my content in a very long time. So shout out to anyone and everyone who took the time to watch some of the videos that came out from the channel over the last couple of days. We have a lot that I want to get to over the course of this show before we give away this really nice copy of X-Men 50 to 1 lucky subscriber. This is a gorgeous book that someone is going to get mailed out to them tomorrow. And so I definitely want you to stay tuned to find out who the winner of that will be, as well as a couple of announcements that I want to make. If you did not see this on Instagram, we actually named the winner of our Instagram giveaway. This is something that I've never really done. I've never really done an Instagram specific giveaway for my channel. Like, we've given away stuff before for like Go Collect on Instagram, but never for the channel per se. And so we actually identified a winner earlier this morning. The books, the Dark Hawk, and then the 2 bundles of Walmart exclusives are at my front door getting ready to be mailed out tomorrow. And I will tell you that we will probably do some additional Instagram giveaways because I'm trying to get my subscriber count up. And like I said, there will be a couple of announcements that we're going to get to over the course of this show. Before we get going on the agenda, I want to say hello to some comic book soldiers that have joined me here in the room. Young Matthew is in the house. Matthew says we need to get a John Romita signing. He does not do a whole lot of signings, I can tell you that. Desert Wind, I think her name is Brenda. She actually got my Amazing Spider-Man 50 signed by John Romita Sr. I know that she has a relationship with him, Desert Wind out of Nevada. So you may want to contact those guys. Tina's in the house. How you doing? One of the Army Matts is in here. Matt, it's good to see you. Matt Woods, the Blue Wrench. It is good to see you, my friend. Scrolling through the names. Blogger extraordinaire for ReggieCollects.com. My man, Doug, it's good to see you, brother. Jeffrey P is in the house. Jerry is in here. How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. Scrolling, you guys were having a robust. My man, Joe is in here having a robust conversation. Wesley is in here. How you doing, brother? It is good to see you. A lot of Patreon members up in here. Scrolling through the names. It's just like the same names, just going back and forth. Jim is in here. Jim, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. L. Smith is here. Welcome to the live stream. All of you wonderful people. I definitely appreciate you guys being here. I will tell you, because of the Disney Investor Day, it was a very, very busy weekend. I have taken most of today off from comics. I'll be honest with you, just because the last couple have just been crazy days. But one of the things that we wanted to get to first on the agenda is the Fauk. The Fauk. What the Fauk is going on is the topic, the very first topic that we are going to talk about. And people might be thinking, did Regie mispronounce something? Did he just curse on air? The answer is no. The Fauk is, I think that's the way you pronounce it. That is the final order cutoff. And I'll tell you, when I saw this notice, when I saw this information the other day, I honestly did not give any thought to it. I didn't give any thought to it when I saw the news about the new Batman or the next Batman. I gave no thought to it, right? Other than to go live and release a video in which I talked about when speculation goes wrong, because a lot of people believe that Luke Fox was going to be the next Batman. That's what people thought. And because of that, the first appearance of Luke Fox took off. It took off big time. The book was hot. It was definitely a red ocean book. And I was too cheap to get in. I was too cheap to get in. I was not going to chase it, and I did not get it. And I'm very thankful that I didn't, because what we saw just a few days ago is the other brother. The other brother of Lucius Fox is going to be the next Batman in the DC Future State, which is happening in January and February of 2021. Tim Fox is the new Batman. I never gave thought, to be honest, and maybe you didn't either, to why they told us who the next Batman actually was going to be in advance of us reading it in the comic. I never gave thought to it. And then I saw the article. And the article is basically, why did they tell us who the new Batman was? And I was like, yeah, why'd they do? Why'd they ruin it for me? Why DC revealed the next Batman's identity ahead of time? Explain. I saw this and I was like, I have to read this article. And then my other thought was, I have to share this article with people so that they know what is going on. And so as I dug into this article, because it is explained, I love everything that is explained, right? What I learned here is that it has a lot to do with the duality, if you will, that publishers have to deal with, right? And the duality that they have to deal with is that they, in many ways, serve two masters. They serve us as comic book readers, collectors, speculators, investors, and then they also serve the retailers, the local comic shops, right? We potentially, as readers and maybe even collectors, want to be surprised, right? We want to read the story and then have that big reveal where we're like, boom, mind blown, right? Like the King in Black. There's some stuff in King in Black. If you have not read it, boom, your mind will be blown, right? And you'd be mad if they revealed it. But maybe as a speculator, you might not want to be surprised. And certainly as a retailer, you don't want to be surprised, because both of those people want to be ahead of the curve. Both of those groups want to be ahead of the curve so that they can make sure that they have ample inventory on hand, if you're a local comic shop, to be able to service those folks that are going to be reading this comic and going to be wanting this comic. If you're a speculator and investor, you want to know what's coming so that you know, all right, I'm going to buy X number of copies of this, right? And so if you think about it, the publisher is in this precarious situation where they have to spoil it for somebody. And unfortunately, they end up spoiling it for the reader and for the collector, because they tell us ahead of time what is going on, because they're trying to service the retailers, because the retailers don't want to be surprised and miss out on an opportunity to actually get these books in hand. So that's part of the reason why they actually disclosed to us in advance of what was going on. So why did DC voluntarily reveal the next Batman's identity on December 10th, almost 4 full weeks before the next Batman goes up on sale? The answer is basically what I just told you a second ago. And so if you think about it, let me scroll down to this part in the article. They basically say here, the final order cutoff, you can see the pronunciation, Fauk, right? I think that's how you say it, Fauk. The final order cutoff for this book is Tuesday, January 5th. And so did I read that right? Does not go on sale until January 5th. Sorry. Sunday, December 13th is the final cutoff, which is today. And so if you could imagine, come Monday, if a retailer did not know to order copies of this book, they would be very, very upset. And so that is why. And again, I'll be completely honest with you. I did not even think about it. Didn't even occur to me that they may have spoiled it for me as a reader. I will tell you that I did reach out to my local comic shop and made sure that I was getting copies of issue 1 and 2. I got 2 copies of each one because that gorgeous cover for the next Batman issue number 2, that cover is dope. And we actually showed that cover in one of the videos that we released a few days ago. Really awesome cover featuring Tim Fox on the cover of that book, the next Batman issue number 2. So let me scroll down to the comments here, see if anybody's talking about any of this. There we go. What is this? He said he got the Frankie's cover. It is a hot cover, because I will tell you, this is Pretty Fly's like, yeah, I just spell it out. I just use the letters FOC instead of Fauk. But it's not as funny. It's not as funny when you say FOC, my friend. So I will tell you, there is a lot of talk over this Frankie's cover. There's a lot of talk over this Frankie's cover, which I can't remember who the artist is off the top of my head. Really well-known artist, actually. Ken Lasher? Somebody's got to drop it in the comment section. It is a really cool cover, I will tell you that. And there was a lot of controversy over this, because people are asking which cover is going to be the first cover of the next Batman. And in my head, if we as a comic book community hold true, then it won't be Frankie's. If we as a comic book community hold true, it won't be Frankie's. And I say that because if you look at the chronological order of how Noel's first appearance was done, technically the Frankie's cover came out before the Marvel cover featuring Noel, and the price difference between those two books is impressive. The Frankie's book, which came out before the Marvel cover featuring Noel, is $150 at a 9.8. The Marvel cover, $500 at a 9.8. Came out completely different because people are, I guess, valuing the Marvel produced book over the store exclusive book. And so at the end of the day, I don't know which way the wind is going to blow. Buy the cover you like and hope for the best. That's the best piece of advice that I can give. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Ken, there we go. Thank you, Ken. Scrolling through some of the comments here. Oh my goodness, you are hilarious. Sounds like the Batman 50 new Batman. Can you say? But yeah, so we will see. We will see. I'm cut off from big purchases until after the holidays. Juggernaut, I am not mad at you, brother. I am not mad at you. Ken was the guy's name. So a lot of people have asked me. A couple of people posted it up. A couple of people sent me messages asking if my 2021 goals have changed as a result of all of the news that came out of the Disney Investor Day. And I will tell you that I have a love-hate relationship right now with Marvel and with Kevin Feige. I have a love-hate relationship. I love everything that came out. Just so much news, so much stuff that I'm still digesting some of it and the ramifications of it. To be honest with you, I'm still digesting some of it, still creating content as a result of what came out of that. But yeah, I had to go back and revise some of my goals, and I haven't completely done it just because it's still so fresh. But yeah, some of my Blue Ocean books have now become read as a result of Kevin Feige, and I'm not exactly happy about that. But I will tell you that 2021 and 2022 are looking fantastic from the amount of content that these guys are dropping. It is going to be fantastic. Let me see. Deuces. Harvey says it's been a while. Deuces is always around, brother. He is always around. I send that dude a bundle of books like every week. I tell you right now. Let me see. I think I'm all caught up. I think I'm all cut up. Okay, cool. Let me see. There, what is this? My goal, brother. I didn't want to say it before, but I think those waters. I think those waters were a little bloody now, my friend. You had a moment there. I think you had a moment, and I think the moment's over. You never know. You may be able to find one if you move fast enough. You may be able to find one, my friend. And I'm not going to say it out loud because I don't want to. Oh my goodness, Chuck, you are a nut. You are a nut. All purposeful, brother. If you listen to some of the videos that I released and what I said in one of those videos, one of the last videos, I said, every single word, everything that was shown was done for a reason. The things that were not mentioned were done for a reason. The other thing somebody made a comment on, and I think that they're spot on. I think the person that made this comment, and I can't remember who it was or else I would give credit for it. They basically said that if you were in the room at the Disney Investor Day, you were actually privy to a lot more than what we actually saw as a viewing audience. There was more that was shown. And I do believe that. I don't know it for a fact, but I believe it, right? And so while we at home did not see any X-Men, that does not mean that X-Men or something else was not seen. That does not mean that certain words were not uttered for other people. Those are the rumors that are out there, and I kind of sort of believe it. My goals haven't changed much. That's what's up, Wesley. You stay true, brother. You stay true. Scrolling through some of the comments here and making sure that I am all cut. I think I am all cut up on everything that is in there. Finally got ASM 110. You are indeed legit. And it'll be official once you post it up. If you post it up somewhere like on the Instagram machine, I will definitely repost that. And then if you come over to Discord, we will definitely give you a different color designation in there. We have the ability, if you are part of the Giving Gang and you post it up inside of Discord, you get a different color to acknowledge the fact that you are official. You are officially part of the Giving Gang because you have Amazing Spider-Man 110. I think they're going to slowly introduce mutants into TV shows. Here's the thing, man. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. I think that Kevin Feige and the group are going to throw us lots of curveballs. That is my general feeling, is that they're going to throw us lots of curveballs. I was about to say something, but I'm not going to say it because that just makes my personal oceans a little more bloody and a little more red. So we are not going to utter that statement that I was on the verge of actually saying it. Need a Giving Gang count sometime. That's what's up. Sound off. Sound off. We're going to have to do a sound off at some point of all the Giving Gang so we know exactly how many of us are out there. There we go, baby. Hey, check it out. You know what? I had a conversation with the wife, and I had a conversation with her about all of the stuff that is actually happening out there on the platform for raising money. I'm losing it today just because my mind is a spinning. But the platform for raising money, it'll come to me at some point. I said to her, I need to do something. And maybe what we'll do is maybe we'll do a baby Gibbon doll. Maybe we will have somebody design a doll for us, and the Gibbon will become the new baby Yoda for 2021. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe that's it. We will have to see. All right. So we talked a little bit about what the folk is going on. The final order cutoff, that being for Batman, the next Batman issue number 1, and also issue number 2. That stuff is all coming up. The next thing that I wanted to kind of get to here in my agenda is a little bit of some Rob Liefeld news. Rob Liefeld is in the news again, and I have not yet listened to his podcast. I talked about his podcast a couple of months ago, Rob now has a platform for being able to talk to the people directly outside of the Twitter machine, which I think he sometimes gets banned from every once in a while. He now has his own platform, and he also we'll spell the baby Gibbon with one B. We'll do one B like one G for Regie, and we will be perfectly fine. It'll be perfectly fine. They can't come after you for a monkey. Come on. So Rob Liefeld has his own podcast and his own platform for being able to talk to the people. And, he has had not a whole lot of friendly words for the industry as a whole. If you've ever watched stuff that Rob Liefeld has actually put out there, he is very opinionated, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having an opinion and a perspective. Creative people they definitely have a point of view, and they are in many ways not shy about sharing that. And if you listen to a lot of the things that Rob has said, he has had a lot of negative things to actually say about Marvel, right? But he worked with them. Was it at the beginning of 2020? I think it was at the beginning of 2020 when Major X actually came out, and he had some words for them after that, and probably vowed to never work with Marvel again. Now fast forward, and he is back. Rob Liefeld is back. Rob Liefeld returns to Marvel after high-profile exit. Publisher shows off new Deadpool variants. So the 30th anniversary of Deadpool is coming up. This actually news this dropped 2 days ago. You can see one of the cool covers right here. So this is coming out, and basically what happened is that Rob was approached by Marvel, and they said, "Hey, Rob, to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Deadpool, would you be interested in doing 30 covers for us?" I don't know of one creator that said, or one person that says no to multiples. He was given the opportunity to do 30 covers, and he said yes, to no one's surprise. When the opportunity to illustrate 30 variant covers commemorating Deadpool's 30th anniversary came up, I literally jumped at the chance to grab that bag. That I added that part. I went over a quick checklist with the Marvel brass, and I think we picked a great array of Marvel's biggest and brightest stars to pair with the mighty Merc. Over 30 unique covers, says Liefeld. It's giving me a chance to draw Deadpool with Marvel stars I've never drawn before, like Miles Morales and the Silver Surfer. This is going to be grand. I hope the fans enjoy the special event. It's a blast putting it all together. So Rob Liefeld is back with Marvel for at least 30 covers. And I don't know if this article actually goes into the details of it, but they did provide a couple of preview images for us to be able to enjoy. And you can actually see here is one, Miles Morales, issue number 25. You got your Liefeld down there in the lower hand corner. Make sure you guys can still see that. You can indeed. Can I make it bigger? Boom! Look at that. Made it bigger. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these. This one is it's okay. It's a nice looking cover. I think that their uniforms are very complimentary, so I kind of dig that. Here is a Wolverine and Deadpool cover. Notice the gun and the sword. I want you guys to pay attention to the gun and the sword. Let me make this just a wee bit smaller. The gun and the sword. This is X-Men Legends issue number 4. We're going to go to the next image. Here it is. And now we have the gun and the sword in the same hands with Venom. This is Venom cover number 35. We go to the next one. We have the gun and the sword in opposing hands, but pretty much a similar pose to what we've seen. We go to the next one. We've reversed it. The gun and the sword are in different hands now, but you see Cable and Wolverine in the background. This is X-Force issue number 18. Go to the next one. It is literally the exact same pose. Yeah, pretty much. This is them in their X-Force uniforms, which I dig. I actually dig the black and gray, or the dark gray and the light gray uniforms from back in the day. We go to the next one, and then we have the Miles Morales again right there. So those are the covers. Those are the covers that were teased for us that are going to be coming out. We didn't get a look at all 30 of them. My guess is that he is still working on some of those 30 variants, says Clay. Young Matthew says 30 covers for 30th anniversary of Deadpool, 60 tiny. Do not give me a thumbs down on this video. Young Matthew said that. I didn't say it. I just laughed at what was said. Do not blame me for that one. 30 covers, says Chuck. We need more wheels. Oh, we need more pockets, says Wheels. Money talk. Brother, I'm going to tell you, I am confident that that was not cheap. 30 covers, that was not a small number. I'm going to go out on a limb and just say that one. Only Bill Gates can afford 30 covers. You guys are going hard, man. Never say never. I'm going to tell you, the bag got dangled out there, man. And my man Rob Liefeld is not afraid to go ahead and grab the bag. He is not afraid. Again, you offer me 30 covers, I'm gonna go ahead and take the money too. I can't even draw, but I would give it a shot. I'm gonna be honest with you, for 30 covers. So those are out there, man. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know if I would buy any of them. I don't know if I'm gonna buy any of them. I'm not the biggest Rob Liefeld fan. I am a fan of creators. I'm a fan of people being able to speak their mind and to have the freedom to do that. But I'm not necessarily a fan of Rob Liefeld. I know that a lot of people are. And like everything else you'll hear me say, if it works for you, it works. If you like him, that's cool, right? And so we will go ahead and leave it at that. don't get me in trouble. Don't get me in trouble, young Matthew. I don't want to. Like the Captain America. Oh my goodness. You people are hilarious. You guys have me sweating. You guys have me sweating in here. What is this? Connie says the great covers are going to be expensive. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. If you look at it, I don't know if you guys saw this post. I think I put it up on Instagram. It was that Donnie Cates cover. Remember, we talked about the Donnie Cates cover where Donnie actually drew a cover and he was holding the world. Noel was holding the world in his hands. I want to say that my comic shop actually had that book, one copy, I do believe, of that book for $500. And that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And I haven't checked to see if it's still there. My guess is somebody bought that. My guess is that somebody bought that. So it was not me. It was not me, says I will tell you that. So if you're coming in late, what we've done is we've talked about the final order cutoff there, the Fauk, which is actually happening today for the next Batman issue #1. We talked a little bit about Rob Liefeld and his 30 covers that he is going to be doing for Marvel to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Deadpool. We also got confirmation recently that Deadpool 3 is going to go down. And I actually interviewed my man Ariel, Comic Book Swoldier. I interviewed him for the Go Collect Behind the Blog podcast, which was released earlier today. And we specifically sat down and talked about Deadpool 3 and all of the books that you might want to check out if you are a speculator or even investor that you may want to check out associated with Deadpool that could potentially go up in value. Now that we know Deadpool 3 is going to happen, we do not know still whether it is going to be an R rating or not, but fingers crossed for that one. Rob versus Donnie Cates in the drawing department. You know who wins. Come on, Rob. Rob does a good job. Rob, in many ways, Rob does a good job. Yeah, so we're gonna leave that alone. You guys are hilarious. I can't see it, but I'm sure that I've at least gotten one thumbs down for talking about Rob Liefeld. Oh, my people here. My people are here from Alaska. I was watching Port Protection over the last several days. I watch everything mostly that is Alaskan. Aegis Comics is from Alaska. Shout out to you guys. You guys sent me some King and Black variants, man. They actually showed up faster to me than some books that I ordered from another part of California. I have not opened the books yet. The package is still sealed. I'm actually waiting to do a little bit of an unboxing soon. But Aegis Comics out of Alaska, shout out to these guys. I definitely appreciate what you guys are doing over there. I think you guys had your last claim sale or live sale of the year or something like that. So shout out to you guys. I hope that all went well for you guys. But definitely appreciate the super chat here. All right. 2021. How you doing, brother? It's good to see you, my friend. Are we getting a Christmas cover video this year? We are indeed. You know what? Thank you for reminding me, because I am right now, I am about almost 4 weeks out with videos. I have been on fire recording videos. So I have about 4 weeks worth of video set, and I did not record that Christmas video. I have a Christmas video that is already recorded, but I will be recording a Christmas cover video soon, before Christmas. It will happen. So stay tuned. No. I don't want, no. He only blocks you if you go to his page and you poke the bear. I don't poke the bear. I stay over here and I let young Matthew talk the trash. I just put it up and laugh about it. I don't poke the bear. I don't do that. Oh my goodness, Jeffrey P. You guys are, yeah, man. I've been on fire, man. I feel better when I'm working ahead, because to be honest with you, if I have some things that I can do, then it allows me in some ways to be a little more creative with certain videos and to take my time with those videos and then to get them scheduled. If I'm staying ahead, I have that ability to be creative versus being like, I got to get a video done so I can get a video up, you know? So there's a couple of videos that are going to be coming out to you guys that took me some time, because I'm so far ahead that I've taken some time to do a little bit of, you know, some fancier editing and stuff like that. Plus, I'll tell you, I'm actually making a I'm actually making a couple of enhancements and things like that to the channel. So I can't remember who it was that sent me a message earlier today, basically congratulating me on, you know, some of the things that I'm doing for the channel, some of the enhancements. It was Albert. Albert sent me a message and was like, I'm digging what you're doing, brother. So he was like, keep it up. So one thing that I do want to hip you guys to, and I want to give a special shout out to Patreon members and Comic Figure and Addicts owner Juan. I want to thank Patreon, because with the funds that have been given to me via Patreon, I'm always looking to, like, what can I do better? What can I do different? What kind of enhancements can I bring to the table? And earlier today, Juan hit me to something that I immediately went into action on, and it is on Instagram. So if you are on Instagram, I need to change this so you guys can actually see this better, because this is not what I want. There we go. That's better. That's better. All right. So let me get rid of that. So this is my Instagram feed on the computer. It looks a lot better, I think, on the actual app itself. These are like mugshots. These are awful mugshots of me. But what I want to show you guys is this right here. This little doohickey right here, this little link. One of the things that I've always hated about Instagram is that it only gives you the ability to put one link on something. So you can only link to one thing at a time. My man Juan hipped me to something earlier today that blew my mind. And I went into action. So when you now click this thing, you now have the ability to access lots of different things related to the channel. And so I went in and I customized this thing. It's not the best, but I'm making improvements. But what I'll be doing from time to time is at the top of this page, putting a link to the most recent video or the hot video or the cool video. I'll be putting a link there. There is now a dedicated link to the YouTube channel, one to the website, one to Discord, because a lot of people are like, what's the Discord? if you go to Instagram, you click on that link, you now have a permanent way to access Discord, along with Patreon, along with all of my social media. So you want to watch me on the Twitch machine, you can go there. You want to see me tweet, I don't do a whole lot of tweeting. That is there. There's all kinds of links. You want to send me an email at Regie@regiecollects.com. All of this stuff is now accessible right from that one little link. And I don't even know if you guys could see that. Let me try that one more time, because I realized it was in a second window, and sometimes the second window, it does not show. All right, so let me do that one more time. Forget everything that I just said. We're gonna run it back one time. Let me show that one more time. So when you click that little link in the bio, what you get is this over here. Over on this side, you can actually see all of these little links that now give you the ability to access all kinds of stuff. So if you click this thing, you can actually play the recent video that I've released or whatever, or the more recent one that I've posted up. You can actually play it right through this page. You have access to YouTube below that, the website, Discord, and also Patreon, and then all of the social media down at the bottom. This thing is actually pretty cool, right? It is pretty cool. And right now, this is one of the videos digging for those Malibu keys that is embedded right there. So again, huge shout out to Patreon members. I wanted to illustrate for you guys how I'm using the funds that you contribute to the channel for the betterment of the channel. So there you go. I wanted to make sure I shared that. Scrolling through the comments. Thank you, Almighty Liger King. I'm constantly trying to get better, brother. I'm always trying to do a little bit better. Oh my goodness, you're gonna get me in trouble. You're gonna get me in trouble. I see it. I see it already. All right. So if you came in late, because a few people have popped in, final order cutoff for the next Batman. Issue number 1 is actually today. Rob Liefeld is doing 30 covers for Deadpool 30th anniversary. I just showed you the channel enhancements. And then the very last thing that I actually want to hip you guys to, the very last thing, this little tidbit actually came from, what is his real name? There we go. So 2021 New Age Investments, who is in the chat right now, hipped me to something earlier today. And I thought it was cool. I didn't know a whole lot about it. Let me restate. I didn't know anything about it until John uttered it to me. I did some research and I was like, I have to share this. And I confirmed with him that it was good for me to share first. So my man, Robert Kirkman. Robert Kirkman has been doing a lot of really awesome stuff. The guy that's behind Firepower. He's behind The Walking Dead. He's doing the Invincible show that is coming out on Amazon. Like, the guy is everywhere. He's doing a lot of stuff. He is one of the executives for Image Comics. He has been sending those Negan and Firepower thank you variants to retailers for free that they can turn around and sell and make some money off of. He's been doing a lot of really creative things. And so he released a video on his YouTube channel, which I didn't even know he had a YouTube channel. He only has 500 subscribers. I think I was 510. I might have been the 510th person to subscribe to his YouTube channel. But earlier today, nope, I lied. On December 9th, he released a video in which he talked about a mysterious book that showed up at the printer called Solid Blood, issue number 17. And he pretended like he didn't know anything about this book. And even though it sounds like his writing, and even though it looks like Ryan Stegman's artwork, Ryan Stegman is the guy that worked with him on Invincibles. He's doing some other work right now, I think, for Marvel. Solid Blood issue number 17 is coming out this week at your local comic shops. There is no 1 through 16. Don't even look for it. There is none of that. But they are releasing this comic right now. And I need to send a message real quick. I I need to send this message real quick to somebody, take a photo of that. And this is, again, one of those Robert Kirkman things that he does that is just like a little different, a little off the wall. Again, there is no 1 through 16. There is only 17. We don't know what the future holds, but if you have a chance, watch the video. Watch the video. And if you can, reach out to your comic shops to see if you can actually get a copy of this thing. I reached out immediately to 2 of my comic shops. One of them said, we are only getting 15 copies. You got 1. So I'm very thankful for that. My other comic shop, they're like, we don't know how many we're getting, but we'll hold 1 for you. So I may get 2 copies. I don't know a thing about this book other than they in the video, Robert actually shows a few pages from this thing, and that's all we know. We know that these are characters that they created, that Ryan and he created, that they want to do something with. What? We don't know. Only time will tell. But you may want, thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. So you may want to reach out to your local comic shops to see if you might be able to secure a copy of this comic. I actually just lost the chat here. So let me try to share this thing one more time to see if I can reclaim my chat functionality. See if that works. Cool. So we're back in the game. We're back in the game. 17. Next issue will be 16. Maybe he's going to go in reverse. Who knows? But again, the dude is he's quirky. If you've ever seen his interviews, he's quirky. He's opinionated. He's super creative. He's just doing stuff different, and it's like, why do I need a number 1? Why not just start at 17? He starts at 17, man. So he's doing some cool stuff. DC dude is on it. Off-White Tim, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. Thought Diamond sent them an error. Okay, so here's the thing. That great point, Flame Brain. So how would Diamond have gotten them? Because if you listen to it, he says he had nothing to do with it. He says Ryan didn't draw it, but it has his name. Yet it has a full masthead with all the credentials. Books don't just mysteriously get printed when the creators that created the characters know nothing about them. It is him being quirky, right? And the same way he sends out the firepower secret variants and doesn't tell people, and the Negan lives without telling people. He's having fun, and I applaud him for that, for just being creative and quirky and just having a good time, man. So is it the sequel? I don't know. What is this? Is Image getting back to the tradition of superhero comics? I don't know. I don't even know if it's superheroes. I mean, it looked like it was some space adventures. Looked like someone had a hole in their chest, but I don't want to assume. I don't want to assume anything. Thinking out, who is that? Who said that? Someone said thinking outside the box. I lost it. There is one on eBay right now for $150. Oh, that is bananas. That is bananas. This is the 2020 version of a comic book just appeared out of nowhere. Exactly. I'm not reading that comic. I'm not reading it at all. People have spoken very highly about it, but I'm not reading it at all. 150, I will tell you, is bananas. That is a lot of money. What I did is I sent messages to my comic shops and I say, you heard it here first. This book is coming out. I need you to save me some copies. So my goal was to be ahead of the curve. But thankfully, or I should say, hopefully I'll be able to get at least 2 copies of the book, which will be kind of cool. Not that I'm going to turn around and sell them. I just think that this is cool. I think that it's cool. And again, shout out to 2021 New Age Investments for hipping me to this information. There are a lot of comic book soldier reporters out there that feed me all kinds of information every day, all day. I am very thankful for you guys, because without you, I wouldn't know a lot of this stuff, just because there's so much that is happening that when I'm having my head down, it's good to know that there are other people out there that are kind of keeping me informed as to what's happening. And so I'm very appreciative of you guys. All right. So let me go ahead and go back to the, there we go. Kirkman is changing the game up a bit. The big 2 should pay attention. The problem is the big 2, man, I don't know if they have the ability to do it. I think that they both have some room for improvement, but they don't have the freedom, I don't think, to be quirky and to take chances. I don't think that they have it in them anymore because they're so big, because they have so much writing on, because they have these big parent companies. I don't think that they can do that kind of stuff. It's coming out this Wednesday, bro. The Almighty Liger King. I believe that it comes out this Wednesday, which is, I think, the 16th. I think it's dropping already. So that's why I'm saying you did. I talked about this at the very beginning. What the Fauk is going on. Talked about it right at the very beginning. So yeah, reach out to your comic shops and kind of see what is going on with that. All right. So let me give you guys a quick rundown of some of the content that is coming out from the channel over the course of this week. And I think that there was a lot of stuff. I actually had to, as a result of the Disney Investor Day, I had to go back and rework some of the videos that I was releasing this week, just because I told you I've been working in advance. So I had to make some adjustments. So at one point this week, we will be doing 5 tips to avoid FOMO. 5 tips to avoid the fear of missing out. FOMO is a good thing if used appropriately, but sometimes it can be detrimental to our goals. And so to that point, I'm going to offer you 5 tips to actually avoid FOMO. And just as a reminder, these 5 tips videos, they are intended to be short, quick hits of information. They are not designed to give you all the information and all the context, right? They're designed to be quick hitting videos, but rest assured that there are other videos on the channel that are similar in topic that you can actually go and spend 15, 20 minutes digging into it versus less than 10. By design, these videos are intended to be quick hits. We're also going to do a little bit of a haul, a haul from Inner Space and also from my LCS that will be going down at some point this week. We're also going to do a couple of Blue Ocean books. Somebody sent me a message. I did a Q&A earlier today on the Instagram machine, and someone was like, so what Blue Ocean book opportunities are there out there? The video will be coming, so you definitely want to stay tuned to that video. And then there's also 3 other videos on the channel that are also Blue Ocean opportunity books as well, that are still Blue Ocean opportunity books. So you may want to check out those videos. And then, like I said, stay tuned to those that are going to be coming out this week. And then we're also going to do comics today. And then I may do a bonus video on Friday. I haven't quite decided yet. But the point is, there's going to be a couple of pre-recorded videos that are going to be coming out at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time, Monday through Thursday. And then on Wednesday, we actually have our Comics Today show, which happens at 7 p.m. Pacific time. And then there's also going to be definitely a Go Collect giveaway book. 2 additional things. There will be a podcast that is going to be dropping tomorrow at 7 a.m. Pacific time. So you may want to check that out. And then there's also going to be a blog post that will be coming out from Doug at 7 a.m. on Wednesday. I may, as I mentioned, drop 1 additional bonus video. We have to see how the week goes. And then I may also drop 1 additional blog post this week as well. As a reminder, the podcasts are only available via Patreon. You can become a Patreon member for as little as $1.99. That will give you access to the podcast. But all of the other information that is offered up by the channel is free, either on YouTube or on regiecollects.com in the case of the podcast. All right. Thank you, Doug. I definitely appreciate that. Man, believe it or not, even with the tsunami that was Disney Investor Day, there are still Blue Ocean books out there. If you think about it, there was a lot that was talked about, but there was also a lot that was not mentioned. There was a lot that was not actually mentioned. And you have to remember that even in everything that was mentioned, you have to hear what was said, think about it, and then see the potential for where that thing will go. That's what I've been spending my time doing. Hearing the announcement, where can they go? What are the possibilities? Where are the opportunities? That is what will be in some of the Blue Ocean videos that may be coming out to you guys over the next couple of weeks, because I may end up doing a couple more of them. I actually have another video that I've scripted that I need to film after I finish outlining all of my thoughts to be able to do that. So definitely stay tuned. Chris, there you go, brother. How you doing? He says lots of Blue Ocean. I'm telling you. There is so much Blue Ocean out there. People are like, where is the Blue Ocean? It is everywhere that people aren't paying attention. And sometimes when they're looking at it, they actually don't even see the ocean because they're paying attention to the wrong book. Bobby says he got his Batman 313. Brother, you are not the only person that actually picked up a Batman 313, the first appearance of Tim Luke, as a result of the video that I dropped, giving you guys a heads up. Shout out to everybody out there that was able to get in, because that's the thing. The red ocean was there. The red ocean was there, right? But there was this blue ocean that was sitting, the blue ocean area that was sitting right there. And I think a couple of people were able to jump in there and they were able to actually make some magic happen. So my man Mikey Sutton is in here. The owner of Geekosity Mag is up in here. He says, I see the hidden ocean. Oh, Mikey's on land, and he's like, I see nothing but water. I see nothing but water in the middle of this land mass. Shout out to Mikey. This dude, I'm gonna tell you, so this dude, he's sitting there on Investor Day when all the news is breaking. He's like, yep, told you. Yep, I told you. I told y'all that last year. That was Mikey Sutton. If you guys are not paying attention to this cat's website, man, ooh, he is dropping all kinds of knowledge. He's hooked me up a couple of times with some of those behind the scene footage of Haley, the new Hawkeye on scene. I got it from this guy right here from Geekosity Mag. If you guys are not checking out the website, I highly encourage you guys. They did mention Blade. They mentioned Blade, Breezy. They mentioned Blade super brief, but Blade was mentioned. And as I talked about in one of the videos, in my mind, everything that was done at Investor Day was done on purpose, from the amount of time that they spent on things, from giving us previews to just snapshots of certain things, the sequence and the order of how things were presented. It was all purposeful. Every single thing was on purpose. And the other part of it, someone said to me that I didn't come up with this idea. They said, if you were in the room or other investors were giving certain information, they were able to see more than maybe what we saw from home. And so I don't doubt that at all. But yeah, everything in that thing was purposeful. They probably would not talk about the Morbius thing because it's technically not their movie. That's a Sony movie. But Blade was indeed talked about very, very briefly. And I think what they said was that, I think it was super brief. It was like things are moving forward. Production is moving forward. Like, it was super brief. It was not a whole lot of detail at all. Probably like 10 seconds or something like that. All right. So scrolling EF Hutton. Well done, my man. Chris Bigger says also got a $20 off his first purchase on Shortbox. That's what's up. So if you guys don't know, I just partnered up with Shortbox. We're doing a content swapping opportunity where they are putting some of my content into their app, and I am in turn mentioning them on the website. I mean, in the videos that are going to be coming out from the channel. So it's a little bit of an exchange. Awesome group of guys over there at Shortbox. And if you haven't checked them out, I definitely encourage you to check them out. And if you stay tuned for one of the videos that comes out from the channel, the 5 tips videos will always feature information on Shortbox. All right. So real quick, let's go ahead and slide into this Go Collect giveaway as we are approaching the hour mark here on the live stream. I want to go ahead and share this with you guys real quick. We're going to roll some dice. We're going to look at this list, and then we're going to randomize this thing. So let's go ahead and roll these dice. And we've rolled 2. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. That is, I don't know that we've ever rolled 2 before. I think 3 is like our lowest. But there you go. That we rolled 2. All right. So let me share my screen one more time, and then we're going to roll these dice. We're going to give away a really, really nice copy of X-Men issue number 50, a 6.5 copy. So these are the names right there at the top, 2021 New Age Investment. These are all the individuals that were able to successfully find the video this week that actually had the phrase in it. The phrase was minty. Minty was the phrase that was uttered in one of the videos. Once you found that video, you then headed over to the community tab. Once there, you found the post that actually talks about this book. You clicked on it. You went to the site, the MailChimp site. You plugged in 3 pieces of information. 2 of them were about you, and the third one was minty. That is exactly how the contest is done every single week. So we're going to randomize this thing. That is 1. And the winner of this week's Go Collect giveaway is Ray. Ray, who has won at least once before, is the winner of the Go Collect giveaway. Ray is at the top. Rudy is second. Wheels is right in there. Mark Spector, Jay Simpson, Tom Braken is there. Sully 2 Kings, Snake, and Steven are our top 10. Ray, you have 1 week to send me an email to Regie@RegieCollects.com claiming your prize. If you decide to pass, please let me know. I highly doubt that you will, because this right here is a super dope book that I will be sending out to you ever so quickly. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take that off the screen. This is the book right here. Shout out to my friends at Go Collect again for putting me in a position to be able to give away these really awesome books every single week for 96 plus weeks. We've been doing this dance. So let me go ahead and show you guys the next book that is going to be given away. I ordered this book weeks ago, but we're going to go ahead and give it. It is another copy. We've done this. I think this book is like 3 times. Maybe I've given this book away. It is Batman 357. It is the first full appearance of Killer Croc. It is a 9.2 with white pages, and this book could be yours simply for watching the videos that come out from the channel over the course of this week. So there you go. It is going to be this book right here, Batman 357. So again, congrats to Ray. Ray, you have 1 week to be able to claim your prize, and you definitely want to stay tuned. All right. One of the other things that I want to hip you guys to, one sec, I lost the chat. So let me share this screen one more time. I have to remember the right sequence to not have issues. I get so caught up, and that did not work. Let's try that one more time, see if we can actually get it unstuck. Let's try it, see if we can get it. All right, so that's there. Let's go ahead and stop that. Let's see if that fixes it. That did not. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it back. What I will tell you guys is that I am exploring a few ways to continue giving books back to the comic book community. There are going to be some shows that will take place the week of Christmas and around the Christmas holiday, around New Year's. I may be doing some live giveaways. So as part of the show, I may ask trivia questions and give away some really cool books. I will tell you, when you see the videos that come out the week of Christmas, you're actually going to see a video in which I'm unboxing a lot of stuff. In this video, a lot of that stuff is going right back to the comic book community in the form of AOKs, in the form of trivia that will take place during live shows. So you definitely want to stay tuned to the live shows for some of that stuff. The other thing is, because I have so many books, I may also be doing giveaways based upon comments. So if you start commenting on videos, I may start to do some random giveaways for people that are commenting on the videos just because you're commenting on the video. And I'm not talking about first or second. I'm talking about substantive comments that are left on videos may result in a AOK of some sort from me during the holiday season. So I definitely want to encourage you guys to stay tuned to all the videos and to comment where it makes sense, right? Again, if it's like first, that's probably not going to win. But if it's a substantive comment, it doesn't necessarily have to be sunshine and rainbows if you don't want to be sunshine and rainbows, but it does have to at least be a substantive comment. So I wanted to throw that out there for you guys to at least have some awareness that that's where my head is right now. When you open like 6 or 7 boxes of stuff for people to give for you, that people have sent to you for you to give away, you have to find a way to give it away. And so that's part of the reason why I'm going down this path. All right. So let me see if I can get my chat back real quick. Actually, I probably won't. Let me go to YouTube. I want to just see if there's comments and things like that before I wrap this thing up. So bear with me. All right, so I'm back right now. You guys are very welcome. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Matt Woods, I see you, brother. Scrolling through. Chris Bigger shouting out, give it away now. Sully 2 King says, remember what I said before, you don't have enough comics. I do. I have a lot. And when people give me comics to give away, I feel a sense of urgency to give them away, because I don't want people to think that they send stuff to me and I keep it for myself, because that's not what I do. I want this stuff to go back to other people, you know. Scrolling through some of the comments here, Scrolling. Trivia's fun, says High Voltage Mark. We may do at least one trivia night. Man. Kimball says the phrase is, will Kimball ever win a Regie Collects giveaway? Brother, I don't know. You may have to ask the comic gods what you were doing out there. That's all I'm gonna say to you. You gotta sort that out between you and the comic gods, my friend. Scrolling through, if I win, it goes to my brother Don, says Doug, his all-time favorite Batman artist. That's what's up. Is this stream a repeat? Burke family says he needs that Batman 357. I swear I've given this book away at least 3 times. I swear I've given it away. I keep finding it at good prices. It fits within my range of budget. And so I'll keep buying it and keep giving it away. Chris Bigger, I cannot help you with you getting the wrong answers, brother. I just cannot help. Sully to Kings, thank you, brother. I definitely appreciate that. We need some Christmas lights in the comic book. Maybe we'll see. Oh my goodness. Bobby, you are hilarious. Chris B says he'll take some of that burden away from me. Brother, I've been waiting for you to claim some of these, this big old stack of Star Wars books right back here, man. That's listed up on regiecollects.com. I've been waiting for you to claim it. I'm ready to ship it to you. Do all the comics on Short Box have to be slab? Flame Brain Comics is asking that question. I do believe that they only do slab books. I don't know that for a fact, but I've never seen a raw copy of a comic anywhere on Shortbox. And I have been, I did the beta testing for this app before this thing even launched. I've never seen a raw book. I believe that they primarily deal in graded books. And I think the reason for that is that there's less subjectivity if you're doing a graded book, because the grade is what the grade is. It's either a CGC or a CBCS book. There's no subjectivity or any of that other kind of stuff based upon your interpretation of that condition of the book. So my feeling is that they're all graded books and that's all that they're going to do. But you may want to download the app and take a look at the criteria for yourself, because I honestly don't know. Jerry, thank you for confirming that, brother. I definitely appreciate you confirming it. I have done that one. Scrolling through some of the comments here. Chris Bigger says the app has some good books on it. It does indeed. It does indeed. If I'm buying books, I'm gonna need you guys to stay away from it because I don't need the added competition. I'm gonna be honest. All right. So I am gonna wrap this thing up, man. I want to thank you guys again for hanging out with me just a little bit for this live stream. I enjoy doing live streams because it gives me an opportunity to interact with you guys, and that's what makes it fun for me. So thank you for joining me. I hope that you guys enjoyed the show. As always, if you need to reach out to me, feel free to do so on Instagram at Regie Collects. And remember, there is a new feature that I've added to my bio on Instagram where you have links now to all of my various things that are out there on social media. So make sure you check that out when you have a chance. All right. With that, I will bid you adieu and I will talk to you very soon. Take care.